Heyo, everybody. Welcome to the GameGO podcast, a podcast where we talk about video games and whatever the hell else we want to talk about.
Hi, I'm Sonorith.
Why the pause?
Because you were going to introduce yourself first.
Oh, yeah. I'm H8BitHero.
Yeah, we haven't done this in a bit.
It's been like 3 weeks now?
It's been 1 week times like 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah. I've been sick. I still feel like my throat is super scratchy.
We're all better now, everybody. Thank you for your wishes and cards.
I know I'm dying.
Oh, eventually everyone's okay. Anyway, let's start off with some good news. It's been a while.
Life is just death.
Pretty much, yeah. Splatoon 2. They announced a starter edition for Splatoon 2 called the Splatoon 2 Starter Edition.
This is pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's coming March 16th. It's going to be $60, but it comes with the game, 2 sticker sheets, and a strategy guide. So
I want to see those stickers really bad. Do they show them?
There was an example I can show you later.
I'm going to check those out.
I mean, this is, I think, to keep the game at $60, so Nintendo's going to, without reducing the price of the game, this is good. Plus now, like, if you're jumping in late, you get a strategy guide and 2 sticker sheets, basically.
It makes a bit of sense considering also we're going to hit that point soon where we're going to have to start paying for online. And this, I think, gives people a little bit more excitement. Not so much incentive, but
yeah,
just a little something to stir up. Like, hey, Splatoon 2 is still here. You might have to pay for it, but we're still here.
Yeah. It's $20 a year. It's not.
That is not bad at all. Yeah.
Although that's the Nintendo Online. You're going to have to start paying for that in September this year.
Oh, man. And that is actually okay. Never mind. This is going to be a while.
Yeah. So there's speculation that there's going to be a big reveal for something that will get you to buy the online services.
Something that comes with it, like bonus.
At the same time, that comes out like, a new Smash Brothers or
okay. Oh,
a Nintendo streaming service.
Shut up and work for Nintendo already, because it's like that would make me buy it day one if they said it.
Yeah, that or a Nintendo Netflix style library of games that you can just stream and download and play.
I don't know the practicality of that. I know I've seen a couple of services like that.
I mean, it's like Virtual Console, but with you're renting them basically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there are some that literally stream. Like the data just streams back and forth.
That I'm not crazy about, but Xbox Game Pass has it so that for $10 a month you can just download the games, delete them if you don't want them anymore, and even if they take the game off the service, if you have the game downloaded, you can still play it. So with no time limit outside of your membership. Yes, but it's $10 just going back and forth. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's no. Yeah, I'm not trying to say like, they're charging. That's pretty freaking sweet. Yeah, and while I'm talking about the Xbox Game Pass, they announced they're going to start putting first-party games on there too. Nice. Day one, like Sea of Thieves, that pirate game. Yeah. With the banana. That's going to be on there from the start. That's I'm iffy on that one. I think that kind of screws the devs a little bit. I'm assuming because it's first party that Microsoft is willing to bite, take the first plunge into that. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure. Are they talking about specifically Microsoft games? I think they said first party for now. Okay. Yeah. All right. But like games like Halo and Gears of War and whatever else you would go they're up to their what's it called? Yeah. That's a huge deal. I'm super happy about that. I mean, that might be a reason to get an Xbox One if I wanted one. I mean, at this point where it's like later and it's not at launch price, maybe it can be worth it. Which for the $10, it's their whole. They have a larger library. Jeez. Than ever. That is in a year that's less than the price of 2 games. Exactly. Yeah, that's a huge. They're gonna change it. They're gonna raise the price on that. We'll see. Sorry. Back to Splatoon 2. There's a few other one big announcement I was gonna make. Pearl and Marina, the idols from the announcements when you play Splatoon 2, they're gonna get amiibo, just like Callie and Mari did. These are gonna be also a dual pack for $24.99. I don't follow Amiibo too much, but I'm very, very surprised that they weren't already. Yeah, that's weird. But then the Splatoon and Marine 2 people are just as cool as Callie and Mary. Maybe Nintendo was waiting to see how popular they would be compared to them, to the old duo, because they did have the Inklings. Right. Yeah, they had them ready to go. There were 3 versions.
The boy, girl, and then the squid?
That was in the first one. I don't know if they did the squid again this time.
Well.
But yeah, they're adding that. They're adding a new map, and they're adding the Tetra Dark Dual Splat Dualies.
Yeah, that's...
Like dualies, you can roll 4 times, though, and that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to... What compensates for that?
Yeah, I'm thinking now that...
Longest, recovery lag afterward?
Maybe it has shorter range.
Have to be right up in their grill.
Yeah, and that's why you have to roll 4 times. I don't know. We'll see. Splatoon is still updating, which is very good news for anybody who is just going to be buying it with the starter edition. I haven't played because I sold my copy, but I mean, hopefully the community is still active.
I haven't, maybe for like a week or two, I think I haven't played Splatoon 2, but still, Tim, who I play every once in a while with, he's like, how are you at level 37? Is this all you do? And then like I had to keep reminding him at the time. I was like, I've been on workers' comp, man. Like, yeah.
Pretty much. Another big popular game that came out, Monster Hunter World. They've announced a few things, and they've had some stuff that's kind of in the pipeline coming. First, they said it's the fastest selling Capcom game ever. I think they have 6 million shipped right now. And that's like 2 or 3 weeks out, 2.5 weeks. So if you have the game, you can redeem a item pack in the game that they're just giving to everybody for free for being part of this huge event. This game is amazing.
Just like, is that literally like actually as a celebration of the fact?
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
They did a 5 million one, and then they did a 6 million one like right after.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even it does surprise me. Monster Hunter, I know that it's, big, it's cool, it's great. To be the fastest selling Capcom game over Mega Man games, over Street Fighter games, over Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
That is very impressive, very surprising as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked. I got 50 hours into that game already, with a lot more on the way.
And what, it's been out for 3 weeks?
2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Anyway, so yeah, they've announced that Aloy, the Horizon Zero Dawn content, they do like crossovers where you can dress up as the characters or use their weapons. So one of the first ones they announced was the Horizon Zero Dawn crossover content, where your little cat friend can become a watcher, basically.
The Palico?
Yeah, from Horizon Zero Dawn. And so that quest was in the first week or so of the game. That's kind of a shame that it was only a week. But they've announced that February 28th is the first day to earn Aloy's outfit and bow. And if you put her outfit on, you also look like her, too. It changes your appearance. I'm not sure what it does for males, or if they can wear it. I don't know exactly that part. But, I mean, it's a cool new little thing that they're going to be adding to the game. So
it's a nice cross-promotion, too.
Yes. And you do have to be rank 11 in the game, which is attainable by then, for sure. It's just a bit of a struggle, because there are definitely some skill walls that you're going to have to get better at the game to get through. Man, it's so good. Street Fighter V costumes have also been announced for the game. For Ryu and Sakura, you can change your voice for your character to even match those characters. And then both female and male characters will be able to equip both the male and female characters here.
That's effing awesome.
Yeah, I made a female character because most of my friends are going to play as just the males, and the armor looks different based on which gender you are. So it'll be cool that I can still put on Ryu's outfit. Or my friends can put on Sakura's if they want to. There's
you
also
can
going to
be the prettiest hunter ever.
Exactly. And it's like the trailer is cool because you see Ryu with a greatsword just manhandling these monsters.
That's kind of weird to think of him with anything in his hands.
Yeah, it sucks that you can't, there's no barehanded weapon kind of thing, because that would be cool.
Yeah.
They're also adding free guild card stuff. The guild card is basically you can design it how you want, and it has your info, so you can give it to other players in the game, as a quick reference to see where your progress is, what weapon you use the most, stuff like that. So they're adding a background for that is, I think, the special stage with the car, just from the brief description. And they're adding poses of the Shoryuken and the Hadouken, I believe.
That only makes sense.
Yeah, and then you can also buy a gesture so your character can do the Hadouken and Shoryuken. I think those are going to be $4, and they're adding a stamp set that you can use for socializing, and that's going to be $2.
What is a stamp set?
It's basically, it's how do I describe it? It's this little like icon that'll appear above your head, I think, or in the
Like an
chat.
exclamation point or a question mark.
Kind of, yeah, but it can be more detailed. It'll probably just be Ryu doing a Hadouken or something.
Is it essentially an emoji?
Kind of, yeah.
It's just a little animated GIF that pops up over your head.
I'm not sure if this will even be animated.
Okay,
But,
just a
yeah.
little image.
Yeah.
All right, I get you.
And the cool thing is, if you're a PS4 player and you have Street Fighter V data, you will get the opportunity to earn Ryu's outfit early before anything else comes out for this. But they haven't announced exactly when that's going to be. So keep your ears open for that. They're also adding a Mega Man Palico outfit. But it's not like the traditional 3D Mega Man. It's going to be a voxel outfit, which is just blocky.
So an original traditional Mega Man.
In 3D. I mean, like, versus
Yeah.
the Smash Brothers Mega Man or something. It comes as a suit and the Mega Buster. I think those are two separate pieces, so you can have Mega Man attacking with a hammer if you want. But when the cat has that outfit on, it'll change the music when you're hunting to old Mega Man themes based on what weapon you are using at the time. So if you have the greatsword, you'll get Dr. Wily's theme. It's very traditional, and I want to learn
That's
the
a
greatsword
classic.
just so I can use that song. But they again have not announced when that's going to come. But it's good that they have all this stuff planned for the game, and it's only been out like 3 weeks. So.
Yeah, it's there's some reassurance of support.
Yeah.
If the sales numbers weren't already going to like guarantee that Capcom's gonna put everybody on this now. Yeah.
Yeah. Even the older games they didn't sell as well. Obviously, like one of them was on 3DS, or a few of them have been on 3DS, and they support those for a good long time, even after you would expect them to kind of quit.
Right.
So with the game selling this well, I imagine we'll have content for at least another year, maybe 2. Just because.
I mean, you can go on Monster, or people can really fucking get into Monster Hunter.
Yes.
I feel like if they don't just kind of keep updating this one with major updates for the next, several years,
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if they decide on announcing another Monster Hunter within 5 years.
5 years sounds good because there's a lot of. I want to see more crossover stuff because that always looks cool. They added in one of the 3DS games you could make your cat look like Blanca or Chun-Li, but it would still be their face. It would just be the outfit. It was cute.
Yes.
And then they also did Amaterasu from Okami.
Nice.
Was another outfit. And you can look like Samus or Link in one of the previous 3DS games.
Okay, yeah.
And your cats could be Mario or Luigi.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. And then the guild cards even had poses, so it looks like you're all jumping together, like doing the Mario jump. I mentioned Street Fighter. They actually announced Blanca's coming to the game very soon. It's the big green and orange lightning beast Blanca.
Yeah.
He
I was
has
gonna
3
say like
costumes.
he's super iconic,
Yeah.
but
It's
is
kind of
he
weird
still?
that he wasn't in the game from the launch.
I was gonna say it's the first major Street Fighter he wasn't in, but that's not true. He wasn't in 3 either.
That's weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
3 had a lot of new characters. They didn't want to bring back even Ryu or Chun-Li at first.
Yeah.
They ended up putting them and then other familiar faces back into it with the next 2 versions that would come out.
Turbo
but yeah,
Mega or whatever.
yeah, freaking Blanca.
He's going to be releasing with 3 costumes, the battle costume, story mode costume, and nostalgia. Battle costume looks like he's got like a headdress that looks like an eagle on his face. Looks pretty cool. But the story mode is the one that I would be using most.
The story mode costume.
Yes, because it looks like this silly parody doll of Blanca.
It looks like a low poly version.
It looks like somebody went to Street Fighter World and had to take a picture with knockoff Blanca like character.
Like they went to Hollywood Boulevard and got a picture with one of those guys, the knockoff ones.
It looks completely silly. Like it looks like
No,
a watermelon.
I'm not Blanca. I'm Bronca.
Oh, you don't get sued. Okay. It looks like a stuffed watermelon with orange on it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good description. With googly eyes.
Pretty, yeah. And then I think the hands are little flaps. Anyway, nostalgia mode. The nostalgia costume is gonna look like his original appearance, as far as like I think his chest hair is in a different pattern, and his the hair on his head is like more combed versus I think in the game now it looks more wild. And he's going to be available for like $6, $5.99 unless you have the season pass for the characters. You'll get him for free, basically.
I gotta see the new Blanca. I haven't seen him yet, but like you were mentioning about like his hair being a little bit different. I'm like,
it just looks a little more wild.
I'm thinking, what does that mean? Is I guess
it's poofier. You got more spikes coming out this way instead of just all back.
You guys can't see it, but Sano is like styling fake hair, pseudo styling. He's doing. What is it? Block work? Space work?
I don't know. I'm just describing the hair to you, man. All right, moving on. Street Fighter, Blanca, awesome. Chris Columbus has been announced to be directing Five Nights at Freddy's.
So, is it official and for sure that we're getting a FNAF movie?
I mean, he's directing. And next to his chair was the Freddy Fazbear chair, so...
Oh, man.
Yeah, there's a producer from Get Out and Insidious. So he's done, like, the producer's done other horror movies at least.
That's this... From Get Out?
And Insidious. So take that with a grain of salt. Get Out was great. I don't know if Insidious was all that good. But yeah, Chris Columbus. We'll see how... Crap. He did the first 2 Harry Potter movies. And I think he wrote Gremlins and...
Whoa, okay, yeah. This guy is not somebody to be taken very lightly then. This just... seems pretty... I mean, Insidious I didn't really like, but I know it did do well in the theaters.
Well, that's the producer, but yeah, this guy...
Oh.
He did the first 2 Harry Potter movies, man. Those are like the light-hearted ones, though. So I don't know if... I think he directed Home Alone, or maybe that was...
Well, considering that it's going to also be a... What audience are they going to go for?
It's going to be like true horror?
The game itself from the get-go never seemed like it was supposed to be for children.
Yeah. That's we'll find out, I guess, eventually. But yeah, if you like Five Nights at Freddy's, I mean, we've enjoyed it, what we've played of it, and I would definitely watch this in theaters if it actually comes out.
I really hope they don't do a whole lot of a guy in a security. Like I hope don't.
That's the initial premise, and then it turns into something else, not like. You just get to watch Robert earn a paycheck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I want them to do stuff where, like, here's your job, and then immediately he's like, oh, no, I heard something. I should go check it out. And it's like...
And it's, like, it'd be cool if it is just him getting up and basically investigating the stuff that you don't get to in the game. But
Instead of just sitting there watching the screens, like, oh, that's moving. I should probably go look at it instead of sitting here... turning off the fan and
the only listed actor is a voice actor in this. Why is that?
All right, Kingdom Hearts 3. There was the D23 in Japan this year over the last weekend, and they announced a new world for Kingdom Hearts 3. People had been speculating about it, and it's Monsters Inc. Speculation. Monsters Inc. has been announced as a world in the new game. And you get to play as Sora and Donald and Goofy as monsters. Sora looks like a cat. Like he's fuzzy and he's got stripes. They would make him look
like something, innocent or coy.
Pretty much, yeah. I think Donald has little demon wings and has one big eye now instead of the 2. And Goofy has eyes that look like they're on stalks.
Okay.
Kind of like Randall from the movie, even. It's weird, but you're gonna be playing. You get to fight with Mike and Sully, and I saw Sora throw Mike into a group of enemies, like
a bowling ball.
Yeah, they were even arranged in a triangle for him to bowl into.
Nice.
And they've doubled down on the game is coming out this year, so let's see when they finally show a release date.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about the news for the week, as far as stuff we want to talk about.
Yeah.
So what have you been playing? Because I can tell you what I've been playing.
Yeah, you could tell me what you've been playing in 48 bold font.
I've been playing Celeste. But before that, I've been playing Monster Hunter World. The funnest game this side of the Rathalos' tail. And you'll know what that is if you play the games.
Nice.
It's a big dragon.
Thank you.
Yeah. Monster Hunter World. Oh my god. It is I played the last 2 or 3 entries. 3 and 4, I think.
Sorry, had to adjust the mic.
So there was 3 and 4 on the 3DS, and then I didn't play Generations, and then I'm playing the crap out of this one. This game is freaking awesome, and I cannot explain why. Because it's frustrating sometimes when the monster runs you over, and then it turns around and runs you over again, and you get stunned, and then it shoots a lightning bolt at you, and you die.
Do all of the monsters do that?
No, and some of them are really easy. There's like a chameleon with a bird body, and it's huge, and you just beat the crap out of it and cut his tail off and kill him. But then sometimes you feel bad because you're killing the monsters, and they're just animals. They're big animals. So when they start limping away and they're drooling and you broke his head, like there's one that has like a big like rock-like structure on his head, and you can crack that if you're using a hammer.
Oh man!
And it doesn't start like bleeding or his brain's falling out or anything, but like it does like break chunks of it off, and so when he's drooling away and limping, you feel bad.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were gonna say like maybe a crack.
Oh no,
in his
that would
head,
be way
and
too gruesome.
You'd be seeing like just his head pulsating right there.
Why would his head be pulsating?
Because brains.
Do they? I don't think they do.
Shut up your mouth.
But the good news is they took out the bird, because when you break that bird's beak, it is depressing as hell. It's really
That
traumatizing.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, they took him out. I mean, at least as far as I know, I'm 50 hours in and I haven't seen him. So hopefully they did, and I don't have to see that again.
This is probably going to be my first foray into a Monster Hunter.
Do not sleep on this. This is an amazing game.
It seems like this is as mandatory as Mario Odyssey was for me. Like,
this is the fastest selling game in the series.
Yeah.
In Capcom's history.
Yeah, in Capcom's history is the thing that is kind of really getting me surprised about it.
It's well deserved.
And then on top of that, it also was on. I've been several YouTubers' top 10s list of 2017. There's not a lot of these guys that I constantly watch who have left it off of their top 10s.
Wait, for this
2018. I'm sorry.
Okay, people are already calling it for top 10, and the year just started. Yeah, this game is.
Maybe it was like a looking forward to or something.
Yeah, but probably. Either way, like there's 14 weapon types. There's your standard sword and shield. There's 2 swords. There's a giant katana the size of taller than you, or a big sword
the size of taller than you.
It's a very long giant katana. It's not just a normal, There's a great sword, which is like the Cloud Buster sword kind of weapons. You can get this massive hammer where the head is, your torso times 3, and all of these weapons feel completely different, because with the longsword you're like dancing around the enemy as you're like slicing it to bits. With the hammer you're just wailing on his legs until he falls over, and then you're smacking him in the head until he gets dazed. And if you're playing with a group, it's amazing to see everyone jump on a monster as soon as that happens. Once
it gets dazed, they're like, go, 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 go.
Yeah, like the other day, last night actually, I was playing with my friends, and we were chasing down this big T-Rex called an Anjanath, and they were having trouble with it, but we finally got it to retreat. And I said, hold on, everyone, like, heal up, sharpen your weapons, be ready, because when he wakes up, he's gonna be mad. Because we're gonna wake him up. So we all caught up to him, we were gathered around him. I dropped this powder on us that gave us more strength, like cocaine, but not illegal.
Legal cocaine?
Legal cocaine. No, it's called demon powder.
That is one hell of a name.
Yeah, demon powder is powerful. But I told them, as soon as one person attacks, we all need to just start wailing on it, because if he gets up, he's gonna kill one of us, and then we're gonna lose the quest. You get 3 knockouts, and after that you lose. And it worked. And it was just, oh man, that feeling. You've been struggling with this monster for it that is bigger than you by a factor of numbers.
Yeah, all of these are like mid-sized dinosaurs.
The smallest ones are probably like maybe twice as big as you, and have other dimensions to them that they're not to be trifled with. And damn, dude, to take down a monster like that is the best feeling in this game, especially when you've been struggling with it. I fought that thing like 3 times, took me down each time. I failed the quest 3 times, which means that he knocked me out 9 times. But the last time I finally, I rockied up, I ate my eggs, and I actually prepared armor and a weapon and skills that would help me in this fight. And when I finally took it down...
I like that you ate your eggs like Rocky just had regular eggs. He cracked them into a cup and drank eggs, raw egg. Yeah, I ate my eggs, and I'm imagining him scrambling them now.
With some hot dogs chopped up in there. Yeah, the preparation in this game, like, I've been kind of dancing around killing this one creature. Or actually, I was until I finally did it this morning. But if a monster is weak against something, to me, I want to have the weapon that is going to be strongest against it. Then there's elements. And so every weapon type can be any element, so you don't have to worry about being just longswords. But when I realized what I needed, to make that other weapon, you need to kill another monster. And it's not always going to drop what you need, so sometimes you got to kill it like 3 times. And to get what that weapon, what that monster was weak against, I needed another weapon. So this is chain of like, if I kill this, I can make the weapon to kill this, to kill that, to kill that.
Holy crap.
I mean, it's not as long as I'm, describing it, but it is a process because these fights, even the shortest fights, will take you at least 5 minutes, and that's against the really weak ones now. As you're getting stronger, you're going to be better and faster at taking these things down, but it's still always going to be an ordeal. And if you're prepared, like, there's a flying monster. If he flies away, you have to go chase after it. It's resting, and you get that break to, like, sharpen your weapon, you heal up, make sure you're in tip-top shape to keep the fight going. Or you can bring some flash bombs with you, and when he tries to fly away, chuck one up in the air, he'll fall straight down. So you don't have that time to re-prepare. But if you feel like you can do it, you can just jump on his ass and make sure he never gets away. And so when I finally started doing that, like, man, like, I remember the trouble this monster gave me. And now, like, mopping the floor with it. He's got these horns on his head. If you crack one of them, you slice his wings up, and he's like, again, they're drooling, they're panting, they're exhausted, and they're dying. You earned it. Like,
get like those. You might feel bad and you might feel empathy, but you earn those horrible feelings.
Yeah, you worked for these rewards and you get them. This game is I think the best thing about it is it's very easy to see the fruits of your labor, because when you prepare for these monsters and you go from getting destroyed by them to eventually killing them after a long battle to, oh, you're not even worth looking at, but I'm gonna kill you anyway, like, that improvement is like no other. And I think that's why this series is so damn addicting. And I'm really glad that this game has this entry in the series has gotten as big as it has in 2.5 weeks, because I cannot wait for it to break 10 million and maybe more in the coming months and years and stuff. This game is awesome. Capcom, whoever made the developers for this game, need a lot of accolades. And I hope that by the end of the year, by Game of the Year, like Red Dead Redemption's coming this year too. Redemption
my God.
2. This one, Sea of Thieves, a lot of big games, and I hope this one isn't forgotten because it came out first. Because, man, buy this game. If you don't have it, buy it. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it soon. I was a little bit hesitant at first, and I remember when we were at E3 and you were talking to me about it. I was still just like, whatever. He likes it a lot, and I'm glad.
That's the thing. I thought I was the only one.
And then this game comes out, and
everybody is buying it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've gotten like 5 people to buy it. So when I saw the presentation, I was like, okay, these people are like diehard fans. I didn't expect this to take off in the mainstream the way that it has. So yeah, I'm super happy for the people that made it and for anybody to be playing it, because this game is an experience. And it's hard. It's going to kick your ass. Like I said, I lost against that T-Rex 3 times. That is the first very difficult monster you fight. Keep trying. And keep using different weapons because you might like the dual blades, but maybe you're better at the insect glaive, which is this giant staff you can use to like flip around in the air and just jump on monsters. It's freaking awesome. Every weapon is cool. And if you're not doing well with one, try another one because you'll probably kick ass with one of the 14 at least.
I was going to say, is it similar to that feeling when RPGs will start using like early game bosses as regular enemies later and you're just stomping on them?
Not quite, because
well, then never mind.
the game, like you'll see that T-Rex later on, but it's basically the game feels like it's natural. Like you go out into the world to hunt a monster, that's not the only thing you're going to find out there.
Mm-hmm.
So you might see that T-Rex while you're hunting a weaker enemy, and you're not going to want to see that T-Rex because you're not strong enough to fight it. Okay. So sometimes you got to run away. You can throw a dung bomb at him, and he might get scared off and run away because no one wants to be
dung bomb
showered in poop. Yeah, it's amazing. This is a very, very, very good game.
Did we talk about Dark Souls 3?
I don't think we did.
All right, so we're gonna add that on the list right now, and this I think works out really well.
Get into it.
I've tried Dark Souls 3 for the first time in like a week, 2 weeks ago. I'm playing with a couple of friends I used to stream with, and they're making it a really, really good time. I don't know if I would have had a lot of patience for this game before because, like all the other Dark Souls games, it does a lot of the cryptic stuff and, items. There are some things that, like, I feel like if an item in game can be a menu selection at the beginning of the game, it probably shouldn't be an item.
Like what?
Okay, essentially, your dried fingers and being embered.
Okay.
That is network on.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Like things like using the black stone. Is it the black soapstone that kicks everyone out?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's end session. That should be pause, down, X. Okay. Not effing start. Okay, go into my equipment menu.
Tab. I would use the end session stone.
Yeah, like that. There is yeah. Dung is what brought me to this.
Okay.
I am very surprised by these games and their free use of shit. Like... Literally, so that game's got dung bombs. I don't know how long it's had them for. If it's just a new thing that's happening in games,
been the last few, I think.
Then this game, we got dung piles.
Okay,
and you could throw those enemies. These two guys, Bubble Fett and Jaded Nostalgic. They're the guys I play with.
Yeah,
and yeah, like the first time I saw them playing, they were doing what looks like putting their hand right up their own anuses and pulling out dung pies and throwing them at them. They're using the animation for when you don't know or don't have an item, because then they just reach into their back pocket and they're like kind of confused.
Oh no!
So they would do that, then switch to dung pie and throw those. Okay. I'm like, why? I thought this was like a classier game, like a higher brow game.
You can be just as dumb as you.
Yep. There is some literally dumb crap in these games. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I still have some complaints about the Dark Souls series and From Software and Miyazaki, but, I mean...
I think he doesn't want to make those anymore, I think.
Good. I mean, the one or two were fine.
Well, now it's like 4, because Demon Souls and Bloodborne.
There was Demon Souls, there's Dark Souls, there's Bloodborne.
No,
I want to say there's another...
Neo.
What's up?
Neo? It's like Samurai Dark Souls?
Is that from them as well?
Them, no.
Yeah, but those are the ones I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
And because even that's enough. Like, we've got 3 or 4 versions of the same game now.
Yeah. Although I'll say Bloodborne was different enough, I think, to warrant it. Because it is a lot. It's supposed to be faster gameplay anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, any emphasis on defense is instead changed to, like, countering.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it moves things along quicker, I guess. But, yeah. Dark Souls fans are gonna love. I have been loving it. I don't need to say anything about this stuff. It's just I played it and I still am. I'm just glad that these two friends of mine are like sticking around so strongly with me to play, because I don't think I would have gotten very far on my own. Like Embers, just to connect to them, I was going online everywhere. You can't just put in where are the first embers or where can I get embers soonest in Dark Souls 3 and get a straight answer to that.
Oh no.
You can't like nobody. I couldn't even get to like a GameFAQs freaking forum that might have a guy that just says, "Oh, stick around in that first church area and just, kill the guys on the rooftop." Like nothing. Yeah. Because it's like I don't know if it's just such common knowledge now that nobody even bothers talking about this.
Yeah.
But it's like there are like literally me. This is my first time really playing a Dark Souls game. Yeah, sorry I'm late to the game, but I'd still like some instruction here.
Yeah, those games have always been super vague anyway, and I guess it rubbed off on the community.
I hate that crap, man.
Yeah. That's Celeste, right?
Oh, you know what? I loved that crap.
Celeste, if you might have seen me playing it on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And being frustrated with it sometimes and enjoying it most other times.
I didn't. There was maybe at the very, very end game of it. Man, like this game is amazing. Celeste, for those of you who don't know, it's a mountain climbing game, quote unquote. It's a platformer, and it's an amazing platformer. Is the girl's name Celeste?
I think that is at first.
I called her Climbora.
I named her Sonorith, so they would call her Miss Sonorith.
Yeah. So you got this girl Celeste who, from the get-go, from the beginning and throughout any plots of the story, whenever she's asked why she wants to climb this mountain, she doesn't really have a reason. She just feels she has to. So like that's as kind of like the drive for it, I guess. She just kind of feels like she has to. As the game goes on, you get a little bit of hints that she's kind of trying to escape or get away from something. But, just this game, the platforming, the gameplays, the levels, the game mechanics, every bit of this game was done very, very, very well. This game is just very well crafted. I don't really know what I want to say. I just want to say all the good things about this game. It's a platformer. She has the ability to warp for no reason. Literally, like
she does like an air dash in any direction.
Yeah, you jump once and then you get an air dash, like he said, any of the 8 major directions. Throughout every world that you go through this game, and there's about 7.
Yes, and an 8th level beyond that.
Okay, so there's like 7, and then the 8th one is special, the bonus world?
Yeah.
Okay, and it's crazy. The first world introduces you to the basic mechanics of the game, and even has its own little mechanic for the first world. Sorry for jumping around with my sentences, but every world in this game feels like it should be a new game. You have your basic mechanics that you have with your main character Celeste, of the jumping and dashing. The dashing gets its own upgrade later.
You can also grab walls.
And grabbing walls, climbing them, going up and down them. Mega Man style, but you don't have to. Mega Man X style, but you don't have to like keep jumping on the wall. You can just cling onto it.
But you do run out of stamina.
And yeah, jumping. It's kind of weird that jumping off the wall doesn't cost any.
Right.
But if you want to directly like pull your character upward a wall, then yeah, you have only so much stamina to work with. They use all of these different mechanics and limitations in very, very, really awesome ways. When you really know what you can do and what you're capable of, and what's supposed to be going on in the level, in the environment, you start looking at like these maps. They look like they're just effing impossible to cross. It looks like it's just how. But then, okay, there's the air dash, and they put a little bit of space to wall grab. Oh, okay, and then from there, okay, I go up, left, back, got him, and then strawberries for everybody.
Or you die, but then you know a little better what to do next time.
Yeah, like the game even says too. It's like, don't worry about your death count. That just means you have that many more memories or something. It's between chapters, and between chapters, they put these little postcards with nice messages, kind of
Either
just pushing
hints
you
and
on.
tips or just encouraging.
It's really good. Celeste, the graphics are retro, so it's like 16/32-bit. I'm not sure exactly where in there, but oh man, every pixel is just like it looks. It rubs my eyeballs in all the right ways. It's amazing. The sounds, especially when you pick up major MacGuffins in this game, the tapes. There's these things called B-sides, which are unlock like ridiculously impossible levels. There's these like strawberries are the main collectible in the game, but they're sometimes split amongst themselves into 3 bits.
Oh, seeds, yeah.
Are they just seeds?
I thought that's what they were.
Oh my god, that makes more sense.
What did you think?
I didn't know. I just saw 3 floating sphere, like not or elliptical things. I should have pieced it together, but yeah. When you grab these 3 seeds, that chime that it does when they get together.
When they combine, yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay. On that same note, crap, what was I going to say? Seeds, collect them all. Okay, so I was reminded of a very specific seed that I kept failing to grab. But the game, the way the levels are built, you can kind of cheese around them, like, if you wanted to. I kept failing on one part of a level. It was one of the B-sides, actually. And by the end of it, I was getting so frustrated that I was like, whatever, I'll just try to take these shortcuts. Not expecting them to work, but they do.
And they did.
So there's one level where you enter this big black bubble and it basically just carries you across. And if you jump at the end of it, you get momentum and you get to rocket across whatever you're jumping towards. And so the idea is you would rocket across, jump onto a wall, jump back, rocket upwards or forward at an incline. And you're supposed to do that to get all the way to the top of a tower. But I got so frustrated that as soon as I left that bubble, I would dash backwards and upwards, and it would carry me up to the place I was supposed to go. And so, on top of which, you could turn on a speed running clock.
Yeah.
So, like, that game just made me want to speed run it because of how frustrated I was getting with it. But then you also find these new ways to, like, jump around things that you didn't see at first. It's freaking awesome. Like,
yeah.
It feels good to
There is definitely a very much intended way and route for everything that you do. Every single challenge has a very, if not obvious, it's still very much intended. And you can see, even when you're doing it, if you can't find the quote-unquote right way to do it, it feels weird. It's like, this doesn't feel like the rest of the game. I don't know that I'm doing this right, but I still got through this particular piece. Then, yeah, like you're saying, on top of having that speedrun clock built in, this game just seems like it already wanted you to be trying your best to find better routes.
And then sometimes there's moving platforms or enemies that if you would get impatient enough and just take off as soon as you spawn in, that would be like the optimal path. Like he would move down, you'd dash, he'd move up, you'd dash up again, and then jump across as another enemy somewhere else is moving into the right position. Like it just feels like you are supposed to tackle it as fast and like
as possible, right?
100 miles per hour. Yeah, it rewards you for that by letting you take those opportunities that if you hesitate, you're not going to see them. God.
That game from beginning, like I started it late one night and I freaking hated myself because like I need to go to sleep now and I need to go to sleep for work because I have work. Damn it. And yeah, like that from beginning to end, like once I started it, I didn't want to put it down. I had to for work, but literally ended up playing and finishing it up the next play session with like just blasted right through it, and it was freaking great.
Did you get any glitches and bugs while you were playing?
I'm gonna say no.
If you had to think about it, then probably not. Because I had 2 glitches, the same glitch happening in 2 different locations.
What happened?
The second time didn't bother me as much. The first time I was on the hotel with Mr. Oshido.
That guy, yeah, the story in this game, by the way, is precious and adorable AF. Like,
yes.
Yeah. It's a really cool. It's charming as hell.
Yes. So I was doing that level, and the music, I kept dying at one part before the boss area, and the music started skipping a little bit.
Whoa.
So, like, it kind of threw me off because it feels like there's kind of a rhythm to it, you know? And so it got thrown off a little bit. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just because I'm dying a lot, like, whatever. So I try to get through it, and I finally do, but the music still sounds a little weird. So I get to the boss, and I keep dying, and the music starts getting worse and worse, and eventually, like, it just freezes the whole game.
Oh.
Yeah. So I had to, like, end the stream, reset the PlayStation, and just try again later.
It might have not just been throwing you out. It might have been like accidentally looping itself.
There was some stuff going on. And then it happened again later too, but it was just a musical glitch that time. So I save and quit, come back to that same room, and it was all fine. But it was in that bonus area, so I didn't realize that that's not what the music.
You played it on the Switch too?
No, PS4.
Okay, I did it on Switch. Maybe that's a thing.
I don't know, but either way, it only if I had dealt with it right away the first time, it would have been fine. And yeah, just save and quit if you do notice audio glitches in the music as you're playing, because that's not fun.
That being said, when you're on the B-side levels, things move to the beat. So do expect that when during retries, expect a small skip between deaths.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, that is not what he's talking about. That's intentional. On those B-side levels where the platforms move to the beat.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering, like, wait, when I die, how is it? And then I realized that it was skipping every once in a while because it's quantizing. It's catching up to the next measure or next main beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, this game is amazing. It's like $20.
Bases.
What?
That game covers its bases.
Oh, yeah. And it's $20. Totally worth it. A lot of stuff to collect, a lot of levels to play, and just a great story. Man, that last level, I don't want to spoil anything, but the last level, when you... I don't want to say too much, but yeah, like, oh my God.
They make it feel epic, like... It's just crazy, because I was not expecting this level of, honestly, like, almost anything. Super Meat Boy set a really cool standard in these kind of games. These indie, like, you're going to die a billion times on these things kind of games.
Fast-paced platforming, just throw yourself out until you get it.
Yeah. But it didn't have, like, a super grand presentation to it or anything. It had those nice little cutscenes that were drawn by the guys, and those would explain enough of the quote-unquote story.
Yeah.
But all you really needed was get through it. Same in this one. All you really need is from beginning to end go. But the story that it throws in this one, I wanted it. Yeah. There's a point where you go through some dialogue options. That's weird because you never. It's the only part in the game where you sit there and have a conversation with another character, but you have options of what you want to say. And man, the subject matter of that conversation fucking hit me pretty close. Like while I was trying to read it, I was streaming it, I needed to pause myself because I was choking up a little bit. The story is pretty cute, pretty nice, but a lot more real than I thought it was gonna get.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are like talking about Seattle and Canada too, so that's kind of crazy as well.
I know those places.
Yeah.
And those feelings.
And then you think it's... I thought it was supposed to be just a little girl. She talks about... she drinks.
Oh, I didn't think she was, like, little, but I also didn't catch that alcohol.
Yeah, reference. she... Theo asks, like, how do you deal with... I don't want to give too much away either, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, she's a drinker, apparently, and that's freaking crazy.
I mean, hey, some
this
people...
game was all the stuff that I expected out of it. It did all of that right. It surpassed my expectations there with the platforming and the solidarity, or the how solid the gameplay mechanics are.
Yeah,
and just your movement. Then the story that it came out with just it twinged my heartstrings a little, and it is a cool little story. It was awesome. I don't know. This game just did... This game, like, I guess if they just didn't have pixel art, They could have charged $60 for this game, man.
Yeah, everyone was. I heard a lot saying about how great the game was and how the story is very touching. And so I bought it mostly. Well, IGN gave it a 10 out of 10, and let me tell you, that's deserved. But
Yeah.
I
Even
bought
if
it
it is
thinking,
from a very finicky rating company, but okay.
I mean, that guy, you know. I bought it more out of an obligation to say, like, well, everyone's ranting about this game. I guess I should play it. But damn, by the time I was done with it, I was so glad that I did. Yeah. Buy it. Buy it. It's $20. If you are into video games at all, this is one that you should play.
There are a lot of AAA games out right now that shouldn't be that high priced, that aren't going to give you as good an experience as the $20 for Celeste will get you.
Yeah, and you know what? It's hard, but if it's too hard for you, and there's no shame in that because these levels can get really difficult and require some precise movements that get very frustrating sometimes. There is an assist mode where you can tweak all kinds of things, like give yourself infinite
I haven't
stamina.
even checked that. I saw that was there. What is it? Gives you, it lets you tweak various
you can
attributes.
Give yourself infinite dashes and stamina. And it stops some things from killing you? Like,
That's
if
effing
the game
cool.
is too difficult for you to appreciate and enjoy the story, they added this for you so that anyone can enjoy it.
Yeah, don't
Bash your head against the wall on this one.
A video game is a lot of things. It doesn't always necessarily have to be a game. It can, like as in a game that's challenging you. It can be one that entertains you in a more lighthearted manner. If I feel like, just do whatever you can to see this little story play out. It's pretty nice, and I don't know, maybe it takes it a little bit away because a lot of her is talking about how she's trying to overcome something. And I guess maybe when you undercut that or it can be undercut when you remove some of the difficulty. But if you do it after you've been banging your head against the wall, then I think you're still okay to go.
Yeah. Whatever you
Don't
have to
set
do.
the easiest stuff and then dash right through the game, I guess. But yeah.
It's just so hard, But yeah, this game must buy.
Yeah.
I mean, and man, this is already a good year for games. Last year was amazing.
Last year had a lot of disappointments too, but
I think they're experiences to learn from. But we got Mario, we got the Switch, we got Zelda, we got Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, PUBG.
Am I thinking of 2016 Fortnite was the bad year?
No, because you had Battlefront this year. Which, I mean, last year.
No, 16.
I know, but last year had some disappointments, especially in the people department, but the games were mostly good. What disappointments are you thinking of specifically?
I'm trying to remember. I saw like 2 videos that were like, wow, 20, or
There was Bubsy and the Woolly Strike Back. There was not Assassin's Creed, that was good. Star Wars Battlefront 2 with all the microtransactions. Battlefront 2.
This was all the 17, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was a 2017.
There were a few other things too, but honestly, overall, I think that the industry released a lot of good games.
They did. Cuphead.
Cuphead, yeah. I completely forgot. Nier Automata from more. I mean,
I still need to play.
Yeah. But everyone says it's amazing and the music is great, so I gotta check that out at some point.
I am obsessed with the guy, Gunpei. Is that his name?
Oh, okay. I think so. Yeah.
The guy who's the writer of the story.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about him too, and like, how the hell did he get the okay to make these weird these games? There's like 4 of them that all connect in weird ways.
Never mind. I did not know that.
I think Drakengard is the first one.
Oh, okay.
And then there's Nier, but there's a third game that doesn't share any of the titles, but it is in the story.
Okay.
And then there's Nier Automata.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll have to look at that later. But this year is already good.
Yeah. Yeah, this year is starting out very, very well. And then it's crazy to think that, like,
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
What's Red Dead Redemption 2? I feel like there's another. Oh, God of War, the new one.
We just started. It seems so great, and somehow this isn't. And somehow it seems like we're closer to the bottom than we are the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like things don't look like they're just getting worse from here. Things look like they're just getting better.
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Video
Yeah,
games. Thanks for being good again.
Yeah.
Oh man, we've been going on about those. I played Frederick Resurrection of Music just because it was on sale on the eShop when I was going. I was going through there on Celeste, and I think I was expecting to pay $25 for it. So when I saw that this was like only $3-4, I think, I tried that. Got through the first 2 levels. Gotta say, it's cool playing on the touchscreen, the piano.
Yeah.
Because it was like, hey, this is kind of reminding me back when I was on Guitar Hero and playing that, but like this is the actual notes that would be playing as opposed to whatever they want to assign it to.
Oh right, yeah.
The game itself as a rhythm game seems pretty awesome so far, and I've only gone the first 2, so I'll probably talk about it more next time. But the thing I don't like, at least on the Switch, I don't know what else this ever came out on, but on the Switch, it's touchscreen or big screen, and there's no way to have it both ways because the physical limitations of the Switch.
Yeah.
So the best way to play it is definitely touchscreen. I tried it with a control and it just didn't feel. I get what they're going for or what they're trying to do with where they place the notes on the control. Mm-hmm. 2 shoulder buttons being the furthest out, the face button.
Oh, like if you try to play Guitar Hero with a controller.
Something very similar.
Eesh.
Very similar to that. And so it's not the same thing at all. It's not at all what they intended or what you're looking for when you grab the control and start playing it. And then when you mess up, it warps the note. It does a pitch shift on the note, and so it makes it sound even worse.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, I'm never playing with the control again. Give me this. Give me the touchscreen. I'll play on that. And while it's smaller because it's the touchscreen, it's still 1080p or whatever high resolution it's going to be at. Yeah. And it just kind of sucks that there's no way to get the piano feel and have a big screen. That would have been great.
Yeah. Good year for games though, right?
This is a very, very small release. It's still am not going to say anything bad about it. It's a game or it's a system limitation, not even with their game.
That's true.
I got the kind of a weird story. It's Frederick Chopin coming from like he's back from the dead, or
dun, dun, dun.
he's been brought back from the dead. Doesn't know why, and now he has to like musically battle a bunch of other people.
We've all been there.
Yeah, No,
we haven't.
The second level has you fighting against a very upset Rastafarian guy.
What is he upset about?
He is upset because he wanted to learn. I forgot what instrument he wanted to learn.
Okay.
And instead, his parents made him learn Chopin's music and piano.
Oh, no.
So he decided later that he would, like, destroy his piano and, like, learn something else. So I think he got the flute or something. I forgot what I played him against.
So that sounds like a pretty intricate story already. And that's just for the second
Okay, boss. The crazy thing is that he was told he's high.
Yeah.
He's high the whole time that you're fighting him, and he's actually fighting you on a cloud made of his high.
Maybe I need to check this game out.
It's weird. And then
sounds like it.
Also, I've been really, really wanting to check out I've always been obsessed with Mega Man. I've been wanting to check out the other half of the quote-unquote timeline ever since I saw a couple of videos talking about where this timeline splits. And that's why the Battle Network and the Star Command game,
Star Force
maybe games.
I don't know.
There's some sci-fi ones in space.
Mega Man NT Warrior.
That's a
show, I think.
Yeah, that's just a show of Battle Network, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's right. But I want to try those games. So I tried out Mega Man Battle Network, the first one on GBA. Yeah, pretty interesting. Definitely not a Mega Man game. So if you're looking for Mega Man, a different or new kind of Mega Man, yeah, traditional like platforming and all that, you're not gonna get that here. This is closer to action RPG.
Is this the one with the grid when you're fighting?
Yeah, you have a 3x3 grid.
That is always what I've wanted Pokemon to be.
Yeah.
Because in the show, you have like, oh, Pikachu attack, dodge that attack, and then counterattack with that.
Yeah.
You don't do that in Pokemon. You just take turns smacking the crap out of each other. This, where you're actually dodging around attacks, or you use an attack that breaks part of their grid.
Yeah, when you're just using the D-pad to move them, that is you telling them left, right, go dodge, go the other way.
That is what I tried it once, and I wanted Pokemon to be that ever since. And
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
They've never made a spin-off.
Man, I'm just trying to think in my head what few changes you need to do to have like Pikachu versus whoever on the other side. And yeah, but anyway, yeah, this game is an RPG where some Wily, it's basically, it's still Dr. Light and Wily, but in this world, instead of robotics, networking like advanced a whole lot.
So the internet instead of just robots.
So instead of everything being out in the real world using robots, I mean, kind of like what's happening now with us as we're going through this revolution. Like it's everything is going from physical onto digital. The internet. If it can be a digital item, we prefer that now, and we get on the internet to get those items instead.
Like music,
or
this
gift
podcast
cards
that you're listening to. Thank you very much.
Indeed. But yeah, so Wily, and he has viruses this time that are out and about and doing stuff. They treat it kind of like it's more like a episodic, where in the old Mega Man you'd go find someone's you'd fight one robot, get that robot's power, and then you'd use that because it's the weakness of another robot. This one doesn't have that. This one doesn't have the weakness thing like at all.
Okay.
You fight through battle cards. You get better cards that do stronger attacks. Again, this is not a Mega Man game, but it's still that's not to say it's like a bad game or anything.
Yeah.
This game's
the spin-off.
Yeah, it's a I don't know that you can call it that either, because it got its own like full set of games.
But I mean, it technically is still spinning off of like what Mega Man was. He still has that Buster. He's still got the blue.
Yeah, because it's still I guess.
But it's good.
It's still I'm liking it, and I don't know how I need to look up the hours, how much I want to really invest into each one of these.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stop playing it. It's pretty cool. The gameplay is pretty awesome. It's very different. It's grid based, but you're not taking turns. The only time that the action stops is when
someone dies.
You have an active time meter, I guess.
Yeah.
That'll fill up, and you have to activate that at some point, which starts a menu. That's really the only time it pauses. Outside of that, it's like it is very still action and intense. You got to be quick on your feet. You can't be very idle in this game. Yeah. I'm just hoping that the story doesn't get like too overbearing, because it's very anime-ish. It feels like I'm playing through episodes of a cartoon sometimes. And that's not terrible. That's not, bad in itself. Just hoping that, the gameplay doesn't slow down at any point, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna.
Cool. So check that out if you have not yet. It's an older game.
It's an older game.
Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, that was GBA.
Oof. Yeah.
Virtual
consoles or something.
Indeed.
Play it. All right, cool. So we played a couple of games, but there's some games coming out that we have not and cannot have played yet.
That was not your best segue. Just say that
but
right
this
now.
is. Here's what's coming out.
That's not. That's not any better.
Wednesday, February 14th, you got Slice, Dice, and Rice coming to PS4 and PC. Thursday, February 15th, Secret of Mana for PS4 and PS Vita and PC.
How is that not coming out on Switch?
I don't know. I also think I might have mixed up one of those dates. There's also a lot of games coming out on the Switch.
It's coming out on the Vita.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The Thursday is also Switch Day. They've released a lot of games, none of which seemed particularly big or noteworthy, but go check them out. They're probably all indies. I'm sure one of them is enjoyable, at least. Friday, February 16th, forget all those indies, because you got Faye coming to PS4, Xbox, Switch, and PC. And Bayonetta 1 and 2 coming to the Switch. You can buy them
yes.
separately for $30 a piece or buy the dual pack for $60. But buy them because, dang, Bayonetta 3 is coming out at some point.
Yeah.
Tuesday, February 20th. That's a week from the day we're recording this. Metal Gear Survive coming to PS4. Coming to PS4, Xbox, and PC. I want to try it. I don't know if I would. I'd probably rent
I want
it.
to play it. I want to play it because it looks like a good game. It is not Metal Gear in any way.
Well, there's the guys from the thing.
In any way.
It's not Metal Gear Solid.
It's not Metal Gear.
Acid. Rising.
Metal Gear is the robot at the end. Where does that happen in this game?
You saw it in the trailer. I saw it in the trailer.
Oh, you know what? I'm an idiot. I forgot. They like totally summoned them at like will.
From the future? Because this takes place in the 80s? Anyway.
Yeah, or something. This is garbage.
It's a mess, but I want to play it because it looks fun. Deadbolt coming to PS4, PS Vita, and PC. The Persistence coming to PS4. The Station coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And Puzzle Puppers coming to Switch.
Absolutely on the top of my list there is Puzzle Puppers. I don't see anything going bad with that game.
People have been using the word puppers to describe puppies on the internet for a while now, and I was waiting for them to finally make a game that would reflect that. This is it.
Very happy that this happens. I can't wait for Rescue Woofers. The sequel.
God. Demolition Doggos. All right. Well, this has been it. That's it for us this
Doge
week.
of Destruction.
There you go. Doge of War. That's going to do it for us this week, I think.
Doge of War?
No, stop it. All right. I'm Sonorith.
And I'm 8-Bit
Hero. Okay. You know what? We're still streaming. I'm still streaming. So please go check out the YouTube channel, GameGoPodcast.com/YouTube. Actually, if you go to GameGoPodcast.com, there's a drop-down menu with all of our information there. You can contact us through Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and I think our email's on there too. If it's not, it's GameGoPodcast@gmail.com. So please email us if you have any questions or stories you want to hear us talk about. But until next week, we will see you. Bye.
Bye.